Okay, we're back, everyone. We just learned about Raquel Tamez's journey into becoming the CEO of SHPE, which stands for Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. And now let's get deeper into SHPE. So now let's go deeper into what SHPE is doing in the communities nationwide. SHPE is the nation's largest association dedicated to fostering Hispanic leadership in STEM fields. We were just discussing, some of the opportunities that are available, but, women and minorities, statistics show that women and minorities are still so underrepresented in these STEM fields. And so it's been that way for a while. And so we're thrilled to have you today with us to give us more information about SHPE and how you are supporting these Hispanic students and professionals in STEM. So I'd love to begin by you just describing your mission.
Sure. Well, our name says the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, but we really are all about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And even though we focus on Hispanics, we welcome everyone. And I won't bore you with reading the mission or the vision or even the values of the organization, because you can find those on our website, ship.org. But in essence, SHPE is about the education and the empowerment of Hispanics and people of color in STEM, primarily students and professionals.
Wonderful. And tell me a little bit about your tagline. It's leading Hispanics in STEM. What are you all doing to apply this in the marketplace?
Well, leading Hispanics in STEM has a duality to it, right? SHPE, as a guide, is in fact leading Hispanics into STEM, successful STEM studies and professions. But because we have amazing talent in our membership, we are the leading Hispanics in STEM. So there's a duality to it. We have been supporting students and professionals in STEM since 1974. Our organization was born in a garage in East LA. There were 5 founders. They were civil engineers. And here we are 46 years later, and we're close to 14,000 members. These are active and paid members, both students and professionals. Students include those at universities and colleges, but also we have junior members. These are our members at our high schools across the US, and we have professional chapters as well in most metropolitan areas across the US. And we support our members through a variety of ways. We have 9 signature events throughout the year. There's the 7, because we're organized into 7 regions, so that we have 7 leadership development conferences every year across the US to represent each of our regions. We have NELA, which is the National Institute for Leadership Advancement. That's where we bring in all our student chapter presidents, all of our professional chapter presidents, our regional leaders, and our national leaders for comprehensive training. And then we have our national convention, and that's actually coming up at the end of October. And we have 5 conferences in one. We have pre-college, we have an academic, we have our SHPTinas, that's Igniting Latinas in STEM, we have professionals in STEM, and then technology and innovation. So we have those events, but we also have year-long programming. We have a mentorship program. We're building out an internship program. Our community engagement program, which is one of our cornerstone programs, is called Noche de Ciencias, which means Science Night. We also have Dia de Ciencias, which is Day of Science. And it's an effort, it's a collaboration between student members and professional members in their local areas, working with local administrators and educators and civic leaders and we bring in entire families to do hands-on STEM activities. And the main objectives is to address the two main barriers for Hispanics and people of color entering STEM, and that's awareness and access. Because oftentimes, Hispanic parents, for example, may have heard of STEM, they know it's important, but they don't necessarily know exactly what it means. So we uncover not just the opportunities for them and their children, but the possibilities, right? We open up apertures. We show them a vision of what it could be if their child was to pursue studies in STEM. And then there's the access, right? So Hispanics and other students of color who go to university, enter STEM studies, the ones that don't, quote, persist, in other words, they don't actually graduate with a STEM degree, it's oftentimes because they can't afford to, right? They didn't get the financial assistance because their parents are apprehensive about loans. They have to provide for their families back home. They're having to work multiple jobs, and that's a stressor on, just being focused on studies. And so that's where SHPE comes in with, I mentioned, scholarships and mentorship, and really being that familia away from familia on campus through our SHPE chapters. So we have all different types of programs, and those are all covered on our website, shpe.org. And then our events are as well.
That is wonderful. Raquel, thank you so much for giving me that high-level overview of the programs and events that you all host at SHPE. We just finished discussing SHPE's mission and how the association is welcome to all STEM career fields, not just engineers, as well as is welcome to everyone. SHPE continues to support Hispanic students and professionals in STEM through mentorship, scholarships, training, and various support systems. SHPE, we discussed the leading Hispanics in STEM, your tagline. I love that tagline. And how SHPE is actually the guide in leading Hispanics in STEM. And that finally, you guys specifically have these activities that I love. You pinpoint and address two of the biggest challenges and barriers within these minority communities, which is addressing awareness and access. I think that was phenomenal, bringing in the families to really address these two issues head on. Raquel, we're going to take a quick break, come right back, and dive even deeper into SHPE.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Thank you.